All right. Hi, everybody. This is CC.
I'm Deuce.
And welcome to On the Trail. We're excited to bring you another episode today talking about cowboy action shooting.
Yep.
So we've had a little time here. We've missed a few episodes, or the weeks, I guess, not episodes, because this is the next episode.
Right.
So we didn't miss anything, but we've been pretty busy here lately. So we're going to catch up on just a couple of pretty monumental shoots that took place that we got to attend and cover a little bit about that. So one of the, we'll do it in chronological order, I guess. We made it to the Iowa State shoot.
Yes.
In 2022, and it was absolutely fantastic as always. Tell them a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, we caravanned over there.
Yep.
I think what was about four of us? Three or four different groups caravanned over together, and
campers in tow.
Gas
prices be damned.
Yep, it was. We had some technical difficulties on the way there.
A little bit.
We managed to turn a.
Don't borrow a truck.
Don't borrow a truck,
and not test it when you pull your camper. It wasn't him. Wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't him.
We'll leave.
We won't throw him under the bus.
We'll leave Knucklebuster's name completely out of it.
They know who they are.
But if you borrow a truck from somewhere, because it's a bigger, better truck, test it first and make sure it can pull your camper fine.
Turns out it wasn't.
Otherwise, you do 45 mile an hour all the way to Iowa.
We did manage to turn a 7-hour trip into an 11-hour trip.
Exactly.
But it was okay.
Beautiful scenery.
We survived. Yeah.
Nothing like driving through scenic Illinois at 45 mile an hour. It's fantastic. But I threw him under the bus.
You did.
I did.
Yeah,
oh, damn. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty hard.
I won't say it a second time.
He'll survive.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but we got in unscathed. Basically, just cost us a little time. And the weather was great all weekend.
It was.
And it's hosted in Indianola.
I'm glad you said it.
Indianola, Iowa, which is near Des Moines, and it's hosted by the Fort Des Moines Rangers. Yep. And I believe it was the 20th Iowa State Championship. Actually,
okay, you heard it from him, not me.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I think.
Okay,
but don't quote me on that. But JB Kidd and his crew have been putting that match on now for quite some time, and they did not disappoint as usual. Yeah. Guys, it's absolutely one of the hidden gems in our game. Yep. And yes, it's in Indianola, Iowa, which is kind of in the middle of nowhere. But private range and all grass. Look, they always have it looking like a golf course around there. Yep. And the dry camping is excellent there. There's also hotel choices and Airbnbs in the area. But for an exclusive private cowboy club, JB bought a bunch of new steel this year and has some new shotgun targets. And really, it's always been good, but he really upped the game this year. And the stages were excellent. And it was a great weekend of fellowship and shooting. Yeah. It's very enjoyable.
Love the camping. The camping's right there, folks. You're 75 yards from the first stage. Yeah. And it's all flat ground once you're down in the valley where the range is. And the neat thing about that is it's surrounded by woods, so it's a lot of shade. Just an absolute tremendous. I think all but one, maybe two stages we had shade, which was absolutely great. Plus their props and everything were just really, really good. Yeah.
The weather cooperated for us all weekend.
Yeah. The weather was nice. Yeah. JB always writes really. I think a lot of times we go to a lot of different shoots and we see the same thing done over and over again because there is only so many choices when you're doing 10-10-4, 10-10-6, somewhere in that neighborhood. There's only so many options available with that. But JB always seems to find a way to set the staging of the guns or the movement that's involved. He's one of the best in the game as far as I'm concerned. With that range, there's no question that he always finds something that makes it very, very unique. And me and my memory, I remember things for a short time, but in this case, I always seem to remember 2 or 3 of JB's stages year after year. Yes, and he does a fantastic job with writing them. And then, like you say, the crew of people that he has there, his sister and his dad and them, Little Harmona and Tuco and Cactus Clark, and
John Wesley Harden.
Yeah, I mean, just what an incredible crew to put on such a great event, and it being a smaller event. This is, and like you mentioned, it's a hidden gem because less than 100 people. But one of the best shoots every year when I go to it. One of the best shoots I've attended in the past 18 years of doing cowboy shooting.
Yep.
And
everything just flows well.
Yep.
You know, there's never, you know, you don't have a whole lot of downtime, and, you know, the match provided food's always good. And it, you know, like I said, it's a worthwhile event. So I know there's a lot of good choices out there, but you know, it's Memorial Day weekend every year. And if you can make it there, I highly encourage you to do so. And because it's well worth going to it, and they aim to please.
Sure.
I mean, that crew, you know, on and off the range. So, you know, they will do anything for anyone.
And it is a shame that there's other great shoots that same weekend. I mean, they're all competing for the holiday weekend, which I understand. You know, it's a shame we can't make Ohio also because it's the same weekend. In Pennsylvania, I know their shoots the same weekend, and it's just like
both great events.
Absolutely, absolutely. So anyway, though, if you need something to mix up, or you're closer to Iowa, or whatever the case may be, make it over to that shoot next year. It's exceptional. So. But yeah, that was a fun trip. We had a great time, and we found somebody to pull the camper back for our friend, which will remain nameless since I already named him once. But we found somebody to pull the camper back, and they did a great job and got it back and cut our trip down coming home, which was great. And it was just a fun all around trip. And I know that was Misty Moonshine's first trip out there. She really enjoyed it. Thought it was a fantastic range. And
I was able to take my son, Speed Stevens. He's my 12-year-old son, and he had a great time. And one of his the best showing he's ever had at a state match.
He did wonderful. So, he did wonderful. And then you got to help present JB with a special award.
Yes, JB Kid was presented with a SAS Regulator badge.
That's well-deserved.
Very well-deserved. And for those that don't know, the SAS Regulator program is for those that go above and beyond normal posse duties and normal things that we all do at every match, and really kind of give of themselves in promotion of the sport and their club. And you know, just a well-deserved honor for him. And, you know, I know the gentleman who Flying Shoot Us is the one who started the regular. Basically, you have to get a certain amount of signatures from people. And I know that people were more than happy to sign the petition for JB to get that.
You betcha.
And he loved it. And, you know, and well-deserved. And also, he was able to secure his first ever overall men's state championship in Iowa there. So he shared the title with his sister, Hermana, and they were overall men's and ladies Iowa state champions.
That's exceptional.
And which was really special. And guys, and you know, a lot of people that don't know, it is especially challenging to put on a match. And put a match together yourself personally all at the same time.
Sure. I've never been able to do it.
And I rarely do it, you know, so it's rarely do it.
Right.
But, you know, it was neat to watch. And, you know, because when you do that, you kind of know what you're getting into.
Sure.
You know that it's not going to be your best performance. And that weekend was the exception for him. It was awesome to, you know, he took one of my shooters clinics, you know, 8-9 years ago. And, you know, had a lot of potential back then. And you know, obviously we became great friends. And it's been awesome watching him mature in his game. And, you know, he's become a brother. And it was fun to see him kind of have that great of a weekend between his regulator badge and his first state buckle.
Right.
It was awesome. So I'm sure it's many more to come for him.
You bet. Then right after that, 10 days later, we hold the Indiana State Shoot here at Paradise Pass. And talk a little bit about that.
Again, you know, as a match director, I think one of the things that is purely luck, but we had the best weather we could have ever asked for. I mean, it was not hot, it was not cold, it was not rainy. It was perfection.
Low 70s, partly sunny. In the evenings, 55, 58, somewhere in that. So campfire weather all the way around. It was just exceptional. So.
And we had 100 and I think we had 150 signed up, 142 shot the match, which is a great number that we were happy with. And, Misty Moonshine Production on the match, and she did an exceptional job.
Yeah, her and Ruby killed it as far, and I kind of joked with folks, because we put the state shoot on here for 13 years now, and to have them come in, and we offered to have them produce the match. They agreed to. You were doing the match direction, so basically my job was just to make sure that all the vendors, and the support vendors, the porta-johns, the mosquito spraying, the trash dumpsters, all that stuff were in place. And then I was just kind of like, okay. And I kind of stood back and kind of watched everything else happen. And it was like, this is pretty awesome. And the girls at SAS really made it simple. I know KJ Stevens was involved, with the brochures and the making of the booklets, and Ruby and sending out emails and keeping track of everything, and then Misty designing the shooters booklets and the badges, and everything was done. And of course, the event itself had a little reminisce of EOT 21.
Yes.
As far as the tent layouts and just the overall atmosphere. I had that mentioned many times, and that was pretty neat. But stages were fantastic. Everybody had a great match. I didn't hear any complaints. Not a single one.
36% clean shooters, which generally equals happy shooters. So
yes,
I was proud and happy of that.
Yep. So, I shot clean, and that's saying something when I shoot clean.
I guess I shot clean too.
Yeah.
So, yep. The overall. Our overall match winners for that were Cumberland Kid, gunfighter, and then Midwest Tale from Florida, who visited us for the first time.
And that was fantastic, and one of the WTP-sponsored shooters. And then, Deuce and I have talked to her many a times, either through text messages or Facebook message or on the phone or whatever. This was my first opportunity to actually meet her, and what a joy. What a fantastic. Her and Cliff, fantastic people. Really enjoyed getting to meet them face to face. Wish I'd have got more time to talk to them, but it was a little bit of running around to see everybody, but it was really great.
Yeah, and if you get a chance, just mentioning Hale, she's a high energy, great promoter of the sport, very positive to have on a posse. Works hard, always willing to help anybody, and but she's full tilt all the time, all about cowboy shooting, and that's she makes it exciting for everybody else around her. And I know they had a great time, and it was great having them up here. So hopefully they make it again. So.
Fantastic. And we had moved the date. We'd moved it there into the first part of June, and it worked out so well. I'm sure we're just going to do that again for next year.
Seemed we may have found a date.
So, I haven't had any of the crew mention anything other than that. So again, thank you to the whole Paradise Pass crew. The weekend before, they sacrificed a bunch of time to help get everything prepped and ready, and of course came out and helped put the tents up, because the deal that we have on the tents, we have a great deal for the tents, but we have to put them up and take them down. So a little bit of sweat equity saves a lot of cash flow. So that's great. And
had a good vendor presence.
We did. We did. So one of the vendors came in from quite a distance, Mernickle Leather, and they came in just about 10 days prior to their big annual match that they had. And we sure love when Cliff and Lisa, and then they brought a special
Cobra Cat came out.
Yeah, that was really excellent to have him here, and of course Howling Wolf and Ivy Wild here. That was exceptional to have them here. Great folks, and great sponsors to the show also. And a distributor for us here in the store. We carry their leather in house. So
great people.
Fantastic. We'll have a review here real soon too on one of their concealed carry items that Cliff left behind for us to test out a little bit. So we'll do that on one of the upcoming episodes. And wonderful. So it was a great time.
Looking forward to doing it again. So.
Absolutely.
So it's a little odd for us to have our season here kind of buttoned up as far as the state match goes.
Right. We still got some other great events coming up. July 23rd, we will have the ladies only shoot. And there again, men are welcome to come, but they can't shoot. They have to tote carts and help cook lunch and clean guns if they so desire. But they are not shooters. It is a ladies only. So if you are listening and you're a lady, come on out and shoot the event. Get a hold of Mo Better or Railgun or Little Iron Lucille. Any of them can help you out. Marty Draw. Any of those can help you out with information about the shoot itself. Or go to Paradise Pass's Facebook page and scroll down a little ways. You can find the application and information on it. If you have friends that are not cowboy shooters that want to try it for the first time or just try being around handguns, this is the chance. This is the perfect chance. It's all ladies helping make this happen. Very experienced ladies, wonderful shooters, and they love having new people. I know there's quite a few new ladies signed up that have never shot competitively or some of them, in any case, shot hardly anything at all.
Yep. So if you're a lady and you're interested in coming out in an environment that is very non-threatening, and not that cowboy action shooting environment's threatening, but if you're more comfortable,
intimidating,
if you're it's going to be a very non-intimidating weekend, and I think that's a good time to come check it out. So
outstanding. And then in August, and we're still getting applications. We're getting quite a few applications. I'm pretty excited. I think I got 3 or 4 last week, which is great. August 27th and 28th. So that's a Saturday, Sunday match. We'll be having the Make Black Powder Great Again match. Big Iron Bohannon and you are producing that match. That'll be wonderful. And we always have a good time. It's a spin-off of the old Indiana Black Powder Guild, which a lot of people are familiar with. But it'll be a bunch of great, fairly old school, I think, this year.
We'll be doing some on-the-clock activities.
And it's going to be a lot of laughing, a lot of fun. How many stages are we doing? Do you know?
11.
11. That's right. 11 stages. 11 stages. So load for 12. You'll be tired after 10, but we're shooting 11.
We're shooting 11.
We're shooting 11. There you go. Now you know. And we'll have nightly activities, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
A lot of great things going on.
If not, we'll come up with something.
Yeah, absolutely.
We always do. So.
Absolutely. So look forward to those items coming up. But anything else you want to mention in the cowboy world? We got Gunsmoke coming up in September.
The Midwest Regional for SAS.
They still have spots available?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
If you're not registered, get registered.
So I'm super excited to be traveling up there for the first time
ever.
Misty Moonshine's going for the first time ever. That'll be fantastic. And we're really looking forward to that. I've wanted to go for years and just have never been able to. That time of year is just really rough for me going into hunting season and with the store and inventory and holiday season and all that. It's just been very tough. So this year, committed to it, definitely going. I already got the scheduling all worked out, and we're going to camp on the range, which will be really fun, I think. And looking forward to it. So can't wait to go up and see everybody. So and then Land Run in October, but that's sold out.
That is sold out.
That is sold out, but we're very excited about going
with a waiting list. So.
With a waiting list, yeah. I did hear that some people got in here just recently, some more, so that's great. So, that'll kind of wrap up our season. A lot of great monthlies yet to hit different places and that type of thing too. So
I've been doing a lot of monthly shooting, and as much as I can at least. And snuck up to Michigan for a weekend there, a couple weekends ago, and my old stomping grounds, and it was a lot of fun.
Fantastic. We're hoping to hit some here coming up in August after we have some family that head back home, and that'll be great. So we got to talk a little bit about White Claw. We haven't given away any White Claw or ranch water in a while.
The White Claw well's been dry.
It has. We apologize for those that are parched. So
and I need to clear something up while we're here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't, because of this, everybody assumes, I don't know why, of the two, it's a little concerning, that I'm a White Claw drinker.
He is.
I am not a White Claw drinker.
I've seen it.
Never.
I've watched it.
I have
pictures to prove it.
I apparently have had one White Claw in my life.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yeah, you were laying on an island in a house in Arizona.
The details really don't matter.
Okay, all right.
But
go ahead with your story. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Thank you.
Just setting the viewers straight.
There is photographic evidence.
There is more than one photo. It's pretty
which
fantastic.
Phil doesn't need to have because he will put it on the screen if he has it. So, but
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
but no, I
go ahead with your story. Now that
I
I've
do
debunked
not
it.
drink. I do not drink White Claw.
You feel like you're CNN at the moment? I'm debunking you like you're
no, that's
Facebook
fine.
fact checker.
So I have drank one can in my life.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right. We'll go with that. So one that we have photographic evidence of.
And apparently it wasn't memorable enough.
So anyway, your point being what?
I just want to put it out there. Not a White Claw drinker.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. We'll see if we can get another picture of it. But anyway, yeah. This all started with a joke with Razorback Red, and it's been a lot of fun. Yep. He should be officially in Tennessee now.
Yes,
is that right?
He's officially moved.
Yeah. So we're hoping to see him yet this year up here. So if he's listening, he needs to come up and visit. No, we're not throwing you under the bus this time, Razor. Yeah. So this time, though, somebody that we always have a lot of fun with and was here this weekend and shoots a 10-gauge shotgun full of black powder, which is pretty awesome to hear go off. If you can be standing over there and watch it go off, it's even more epic.
Or timing him while it goes off.
Oh, yeah. The chest concussion's fantastic. I love that. But Dallas McBoom Boom will be buying the White Claw or ranch water of your choice if you're the first one to get a hold of him. Dallas, we love you, brother, but it's your turn in the barrel here on this.
Local prolific Pale Rider gunfighter. We have quite a contingent of Pale Rider gunfighters.
We do. That's starting to become
coincidentally, actually, White Claw is their official drink for Pale Riders.
I like that.
They prefer the mango.
Mango. Fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. It goes well with the rest of their overcompensation that they do in their cowboy games. So.
Oh, we're getting hate mail over that. Yeah. Email Deuce Stevens at Deuce Stevens. Oh, no. Yeah. Send all those emails to Deuce, please. Yeah. So wonderful. Boy, you did it now.
I did.
You did. Fantastic. We went down that road.
Yes, we did.
All right. So. No, we're excited to be back on the air and back with you folks. I want to mention a couple of our great sponsors, like we already mentioned Mernickle Holsters a few minutes ago, but they're again great sponsors to the show. We love Cliff and Lisa out there, and their entire crew do a fantastic job. And go to their website, mernickleleather.com, check out their stuff, or stop in here at the store. We've got a bunch of their cowboy action shooting items on the shelf, and we're going to be having their concealed carry here pretty soon. Also, We the People Munitions Company, which you run all the production, and we're partners on that.
Yes, sir.
All your greatest competition ammo, it wins matches all over the country all the time. Yep. So, and in my case, comes in the top 10.
Right, so that counts.
Yeah,
sure.
It counts. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, but and then also again, just to mention, since we mentioned on the last podcast, our Two Bear Academy. It's our training academy. We have classes that we're posting. Actually, tomorrow we'll be posting new classes for beginner handgun courses, and we'll be posting some concealed carry courses here coming up. So anybody looking for more firearms training, we do it right here on the property in our private classroom, and you'll have a great time and learn a whole lot.
Yep.
So, all right, folks, as we always say, keep your powder dry. We thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.